Chapter 12. You might think it strange that Pip's mother didn't try harder to stop him. Pip was only 12 years old, just a boy. How could she let him travel to London on his own? Why didn't she pull him back into the house and send him to bed? I can think of a few reasons. Here's one. Isabel might have suspected that she couldn't stop him even if she wanted to. Like his dad, Pip was stubborn. Maybe Isabel also had a secret motive of her own. With only one man around, the house would be a more peaceful place. There was another reason too. 400 years ago, people grew up faster. Pip knew other boys in the village, boys his age, who had already gone into the world seeking their own fortunes. One became an apprentice in Hertford. Another joined the army, attaching himself to a group of soldiers who were travelling from village to village, scooping up new recruits. A third just walked out one morning, stealing a spare shirt, a knife and a hunk of cheese from his folks, not bothering to say goodbye. No one knew what had happened to him. He'd never returned to Mildmay or sent any kind of message to his family. He might have got a job, made some money and turned himself into a rich man. Or he might have been robbed on the road and left for dead. It wasn't just village boys who grew up fast. Everyone did. A few years before the events that I've been describing, William Shakespeare wrote a play called Romeo and Juliet. I'm sure you've heard of it. Maybe you've seen it. Even if you haven't, you probably know the story. Juliet's parents want her to marry one man. She falls in love with another. They run away together, and then... Actually, I won't tell you what happens in the end. You'll have to see the play for yourself. But the most important thing is this. Although Romeo and Juliet have become the two most famous lovers in the world, there is one fact that people often forget about them. Shakespeare was very specific about the age of his heroine. She's only 13. Today, Juliet wouldn't be allowed to drive, or vote, or buy a bottle of wine. And she certainly wouldn't be allowed to get married. In 1601, if you were a girl, you could get married as soon as you were 12 years old. So said the law. The same law insisted that boys couldn't get married so young. They had to be 14. As I said, people grew up faster 400 years ago. That is the end of chapter 12, year 4. I look forward to seeing what happens in chapter 13. Good luck.